keyword research. So what are we going to talk about when we talk about keyword research? We're going to talk about why we would do keyword research for SEO. We're going to talk about the types of keywords that we need to research. We're going to talk about some methodologies, best practices on how to do keyword research, some alternate suggestions. We're going to talk about keyword clustering, and then we're going to talk about some tools that you can use to do your keyword research. So let's start with the why we would do keyword research. So Jessie is planning to publish a blog of pizza recipes. So she was doing pizza recipes step by step, pizza recipes with sausage, homemade pizza toppings, pizza dough recipes, thin crust pizzas. She's doing a lot of different topics on pizza recipes. Well, what Jessie needs to do is understand what's going to drive traffic to these blog posts if she's writing about, different topics around pizza recipes. So she's unsure how these blogs are going to drive traffic. So she really needs to understand that, hey, you need to choose the right keywords to drive traffic. So the question is, if you're writing a blog post about recipes with sausages, is pizza recipes with sausages or recipes for free the best keywords to use? Maybe, maybe not. So you need to take care in choosing the keywords to align with your content. So that's really the idea of why we would do keyword research. Because some of the issues with keywords that are poorly chosen are they could have low search volume. For example, you may choose a keyword that just a lot of people aren't using to search for. Or they can be highly competitive. So if you choose a keyword that's very broad or popular, it can be very competitive and take you a long time to be found for that keyword. Or you could just make the mistake of choosing a keyword that isn't aligned with your content. Or you can choose keywords but use them incorrectly with your content. So these are some of the issues that you can encounter if you just go about choosing keywords randomly without due diligence, without the proper research. So low search volume will lead to less traffic. High competition, you may not even rank at all. Okay, if somebody finds you for a keyword that's not relevant to the topic, they're just going to leave the page. And if you're not using the right keywords, or if you are using the right keywords and not using them correctly in the content, then your pages may not even be found in organic search. So you really have to take care in choosing the keywords. To me, that's the most important step with SEO is keyword research. So we're going to talk about the types of keyword research then. So we have short tail keywords and we have long tail keywords. So if you write a blog post about pizza recipes, well, what are you going to choose? A short tail or long tail? So let's talk about short tail keywords first. So short tail keywords are keywords that are usually 3 keywords in a phrase or shorter. In some cases, it may be 2 keywords in a phrase or shorter. So short tail keywords usually have high search volume, which likely means higher competition. But what it also means, it could be lower conversions. Because short tail keywords, like for example, pizza recipes, could be considered a short tail keyword. But maybe somebody's looking for homemade pizza recipes or pizza recipes from their favorite Italian restaurant. So short tail keywords may not be as relevant. So if we compare it with long tail keywords, chances are you're going to have lower competition. That's one of the benefits, but you're also going to have lower search volume. But with longer tail keywords, the keyword is probably going to be more relevant with the content you're writing about. So therefore, the conversion rate's likely going to be higher. So that's really the difference between short tail keywords and long tail keywords. If you want to look at simplistically, short tail keywords are broad in nature. It's going to capture a lot of eyeballs, but those eyeballs may look at your content as not relevant, versus long tail keywords that may be very relevant, but not as many eyeballs on them. So short tail keywords, the characteristics, they're not as specific. Usually they're less than 3 words. They have high search volume and high competition. So if you just choose pizza recipes, it could take you a while to rank for that keyword. But when you rank, you're going to get the traffic. But again, it may not convert because the keyword is broad in nature. So pizza recipes is a short tail keyword that may not be exactly what you're writing about in your blog post. So it may draw a lot of traffic, but the traffic may not do anything. So the longer tail keywords are very specific. They consist of more than 3 3 words in the search query. They have relatively low search volume competition. So the chance of you ranking higher, faster for that long tail keyword is probably going to be greater because not many other websites are trying to rank for that same keyword. And so the benefit of that is if you have, let's just say, homemade pizza recipes with mushrooms, that's a long tail keyword. But if somebody's looking for that type of pizza recipe, then you know you're going to track the right traffic, and chances are that traffic is going to engage or convert based on the type of conversion you have in place. So an example would be homemade pizza dough recipes. That'd be another example. More than 3 keywords in the phrase, very specific. We're talking about homemade pizza dough recipes. So we're not talking about just pizza recipes. So it's a little bit more specific in nature, longer tail. So these keywords are used for targeted pages, including blog posts. If you're writing a blog post specifically about pizza recipes with homemade dough, then this is the keyword you likely would want to use versus just pizza recipes. So let's look at an example between a short tail keyword and a long tail keyword. And to accentuate the differences, we're going to use Google's Keyword Planner tool. So Google's Keyword Planner tool is located in Google Ads, the Google Ads platform. And when you're in the Google Ads platform, you can simply click on Tools and then Keyword Planner. And so what Keyword Planner allows us to do is get a sense of the type of volume that a particular keyword has. So what Google's Keyword Planner does is they show you the average monthly searches. This is the average monthly search volume of a keyword over the past 12 months. And so in this example, we're going to choose pizza recipes and homemade pizza dough recipes. So one short tail and one long tail. So we enter those keywords in, we're going to click get results, and what Google's going to do is it's going to show us the volume of those keywords. So for pizza recipe, we could see the average monthly search volume is 33,100 for pizza recipe. So note that pizza recipe and pizza recipes are closely related keywords. And so what Google does is they consider that a close variance. So meaning if somebody types in pizza recipe, then they're also, in Google's eyes, looking for pizza recipes. So it's a close variance. And so for the keyword pizza recipe, which is short tail, we could see on average over the past 12 months, this keyword received 33,100 queries. And so if we hover over the graph, we could see basically the volume, the average volume per month. So here I could see for this particular keyword here, the volume per month is 33,100. And then I could see the actual volume over the past 12 months. And then for the long tail keyword, I can see homemade pizza dough recipe. Again, close variance, homemade pizza dough recipes. I can see over the past 12 months what the search volume is for this. On average, it's 2,400, but I could see here in December, the volume went up to 3,600. But for example, in May, it was 1,900. So it's going to fluctuate a bit over the past 12 months, but on average, it's about 2,400. So shorter tail, a lot of more volume. Longer tail, not as much volume, but nonetheless, there is volume here. And so these are the differences between a short tail and a longer tail. And so what Google's Keyword Planner also does is allow us to get a sense of what the competition is. And so here I can see the competition is low for both of these keywords. Fair enough. So we now know that if we want to optimize or choose the keyword homemade pizza dough recipe for our blog post, we know for ranked on page 1 of Google, even in the top spot, we can expect about 2,400 search queries for that keyword. Now, whether you get all 2,400 clicks for that keyword remains to be seen. Chances are you're not going to get all 2,400. You're going to get a lion's share of those clicks, but you're going to at least get some volume on it. So even the longer tail keywords have a lot of promise because there is some search volume here for this keyword.